Give me one good example of a Chekhov's gun.
One gun?
A Chekhov's pew pew, I guess is what we gotta say. What's that?
Cannot do it, Greg. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I know. You don't
I
even...
told you. I don't know what his story is.
Well, that's unfortunate. What was the Chekhov's gun in The Lion King?
What?
What was the Chekhov's gun in The Lion King?
I don't know if there is one.
Chekhov said it's not a good story if it doesn't have a gun in it.
What?
Chekhov says it's not a good story unless it has a gun in it.
Yeah, without a gun, what's the point?
I know, it's like...
I mean, maybe he was just like a gun nut. Do you ever think about that?
Mm-hmm. That's probably what it is. At least...
He's like, actually, I really just like guns.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of stories I want.
Okay, so at what point does the Dean machine turn from being a ship of Theseus into not the Dean machine?
Huh? What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, you said the Dean machine is not a ship of Theseus, right?
Yeah, the idea...
At what point does it not become a ship of Theseus? When does it lose its ship of Theseus status? Goddamn fuck shit. There you go. Are you there?
There, what's up?
Alright, at what point does it lose its ship of Theseus status?
When you don't fucking, like, replace its part with, like...
So as soon as I replace any single part...
No, if you don't replace it with the same part.
So as soon as I replace any part with a different part, it is no longer a ship of Theseus.
No, well, maybe not that too extreme.
Hey,
like,
Benjamin Jackson. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Benjamin Jackson says, hey-o. Ben, throw us a like.
I know that at some point between what we were talking about and where the Dean machine is, there is a change. You know?
You just don't know where that change is.
Yeah, I know. Very nasty of me, right?
See, that's the problem. That's why we have the whole ship of Theseus conundrum in the first place.
The truth is that they're not comparable at all.
We'll just go down the list. All right, can I replace the power cord with an upgraded I throw us a like up here. You got to double tap the screen, Ben.
I might not be able to tell you a discrete location, right?
Let me just ask. If I take the Dean machine, thanks for the like, Ben. If I take the Dean machine and I upgrade the monitor, is it still the Dean machine? Sam Olivero says hi. Mr. Ninja says, greetings from Serbia, land of basketball, gang gang. Gamer Tag, hope your awesome channel grows and thrives forever. Keep up the good content. Heck yeah. Like has been thrown. Like, if I take the Dean machine and I just simply upgrade the monitor, is it still the Dean machine?
Well, that's not even part of the computer, Greg.
Oh, so I can upgrade the monitor with a different monitor,
Greg,
and it's still the Dean machine.
So if you upgraded the pier, you know, that one time the ship of Theseus, like, docked at, yes.
The one time the ship of... No, it's more like the sails.
No, it isn't.
Okay, so if I take the ship Theseus and I give it different sails, they're upgraded sails.
About your computer, you know, they're never talking about your monitor. That's like your desktop setup, right? That's the whole umbrella. But your computer is a very discrete thing. You know?
Talking about the box, okay. So if I keep all the machine's components and just replace the shell, is it still the Dean machine?
Yeah, because usually the shell is not relevant to, like, when you talk about the computer.
Okay, so the shell. Okay, what if I add
What?
What if I add memory to it?
No, that would be the same.
Okay, so it's still the Dean machine. It's just got added memory to it. Okay. Bear in mind, this is upgraded memory, right?
Right.
What if I say, the graphics card on this computer has been getting a little laggy. I want to upgrade the graphics card.
Great. I've already said to you that
I'm just asking. It's the Dean machine.
And I'm saying I can't give you a yes or no to all these questions. I just know that the end results, there is a difference. Just like you take a table, a perfect table. Hey, how you doing?
Avnish. Throw us some subscribes. Throw us some likes. We're talking about the ship of Theseus here.
Greg, you need to calm down.
All right.
We got. Not that one.
We need to figure out what the heck the ship of Theseus is.
All right, one second. I got two more different ones actually.
Hello from Britain, says Beowulf.
You're really. Read my sternum here.
Thank you, Charlie Peacock. Thank you. Did you get the packages delivered?
Almost. Not yet.
Julie's digging through.
Back to these ones here. Oh, that. Hey, Greg was talking up a storm while I'm trying to deliver stuff.
Alright, we good?
Nope. Right here. Alright. Right, great, but now okay. Take a table that's not wobbly, right?
We're not talking about a table, we're talking about the Dean machine, but go on. Alright, I'm on a table. We have a table.
This is relevant.
A table that's not wobbly.
Not wobbly, so it's straight cut. Legs are all four same length.
What do you know about straight cut?
Anyways,
Heyo.
And you take any rough, continuous surface, right? Any rough, continuous ground. There is some orientation. You place, most likely it will wobble, because all four legs don't touch the ground. But without moving it, without translating it, only rotating it along, just along one axis, you will find a spot that is level. I might not be able to tell you where it's level, but I know that within a 360-degree arc, there is at least one place that is level. So I'm telling you on the Dean machine, I might not be able to tell you where the discrete line of difference from where it becomes the Dean machine and where it's no longer the Dean machine is.
Except the problem is you're talking about an objective standard versus a subjective one. We know what level is on the table because we can measure it.
At one point, Greg, it's the Dean machine, and at another point, it's not. And it lies somewhere.
This is exactly the problem of what the ship of Theseus is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. This is what the ship of Theseus is.
Not at all.
I don't know why you're trying to tell me it's not the ship of Theseus.
It goes oversimplification.
Oversimplification? I'm not simplifying shit. I'm extrapolating.
Like, someone, you take a computer, right? Even if you kept the shell and all the pieces, you take the Dean machine and you take out the theoretical computer, you could fool not so. Even people who are so illiterate in computers, in hardware and software, would have no problem distinguishing the two. The thing about the ship of Theseus is that you cannot distinguish the two.
Yeah, you can. You can tell what an old piece of wood looks like versus a new piece of wood.
No, Greg, you couldn't tell that if you transported the ship of Theseus back from time to the future to the present, and you set it right next to the ship of Theseus that you have built.
I don't know where you
could
got
not-
the idea that it was so important that the parts be identical. Like, I don't think that's ever. I think
That's
you're the one.
only
You're the one
thing.
introducing this idea
Uh-uh.
to the
Right.
ship.
But then
Theseus.
you're fucking making a new one. You know, you're just making something new.
Except here's the problem.
Okay, then
You're-
a ship of Theseus, because I took a fucking, I
'Cause
took
there-
a sail. Okay, I have a sailboat, but it's kind of run down. But you know, I have a lot of sentimental
Yeah, so
value
you're
of
gonna
it.
fix up the sailboat.
I have the sentimental value of it. So I have to decommission the whole boat, but I keep the sail.
Decommission
and
the
I,
whole
you know,
boat?
And I make it into a blanket, right? You know, because it's nice. Then I join the Navy, and I fucking climb aboard the SS fucking Buckface or whatever. It has the sail of my sailboat, therefore it's the same boat.
You're talking about taking one piece from one thing and adding it to another thing. What we're talking about with the Dean machine is bit by bit replacing the component pieces to it.
Yeah, bit by bit you're replacing this boat, but the one bit is just a sail and the boat. Sailboat.
No, because
I think we're on to something.
we're starting with the Dean machine, right? And then here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to say, okay, I want to upgrade the gaffer.
What I'm calling for is to change out the motherboard, to change the CPU, to change.
What do you change the CPU? I thought CPU was just a measurement of its function.
No, CPU is like a discrete. Like that's the main.
Here's what I'm saying: we add a CPU, we add a motherboard, and then we take away a motherboard.
It would be most certainly be replacing. There is no adding.
Whatever. It doesn't matter because the ship in the ship of Theseus, you're still replacing. So, hello, Gassy Tyler. Hello, Leonie Ariola.
Like, you replace the brain of a body, you can tell they're different.
Well, don't replace a brain. Replace a lobe.
Well, that's what we're trying to. No, the whole brain. The whole brain is being replaced. You can't replace a lobe in this.
Which part do I have to keep in it for it to retain its ship of Theseus status?
What?
Which part in the Dean machine do I need to retain for it to still be the Dean machine?
At least the CPU and all its memory that it has. That's the most it.
Okay, so why can't we just keep the CPU and all its memory that it has, and then just add shit?
It's a bad CPU. The CPU is the main thing that.
I mean, it's a bad. Can we just clean it?
What?
Let's just clean it then.
There is no. It has. It's just a worse performing thing because it's
just
an
add
older
to
version.
it. Then add to it.
There is no adding to it.
What even is
It's
a
a
CPU?
replacement. It's like the main, it's the main center for calculation. You know, the computer calculations.
I don't want it to do calculations. I just want to play Age of Empires on it.
That's what the calculations are. They're playing games, you know, running programs.
Wait, hold on. But when we play multiplayer, who's running the program? You know, because it's like a shared experience.
Right. So usually what happens there is there's a central server.
Oh, and Billy's got to set up the server. That's why we say Billy set up the server.
That is like hosting, you know, the brain, and that's where it's all happening. And all you're doing on your end is you're sending out information to the central server, and the server is like relaying stuff back, you know, to make it all line up.
And then, how do I civ win?
Civ win.
I just want to civ win. I want to go.
That has nothing to do with computers. I think you just don't know how computers work.
I don't think you know how the ship of Theseus works.
But like, it's very easy to tell when a computer has a different CPU. Like, it will run way better. Almost as it's totally different, because it is. It just is.
Well, on Marketplace, I've seen a bunch of computers for sale. They always include like stats on it. Like they'll send a screenshot of the stats or whatever, or a photo of the stats. Hi, Killer Destroyer. But the problem is, I don't know what the heck they're talking about when they show those pictures. Of the stats.
So anyway, like, but like, Greg, here's the thing about what the Dean Machine has. Is like,
so I have to keep the CPU for it to still be called the Dean Machine.
You would also have to keep memory, basically, and that's pretty much, you know, what makes a qualitative. I would say those are the two most important things. You know, like, so just the storage and the CPU.
Okay, so if I just take away this, if I take away the CPU from the Dean Machine now, what is it? What is the thing there?
That's a pile of computer parts that won't work.
A pile of computer parts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the advantage of using the Dean Machine is that it already has a power cord and a case.
Yes, but a lot of the computer parts that it has.
What about? Does it have a fan?
No. And you would have.
What do you mean it doesn't have a fan? Why does it not have a fan?
What fan?
I thought computers have fans.
Yeah, they do. So I just upgraded my fan on my computer.
Hold on. Does the Dean Machine have a fan?
It does.
Okay.
It will probably serve enough of your purposes. You really don't need that heavy of a fan.
So you probably have a advanced cooling, water flowing through it.
Yeah. Well, no, not water cooling. It is just a normal, like, heat sink fan. You know, similar to what most people have. It's just kind of bigger one. CPU eating issues. So I would just fix that.
How do I simply?
But anyways, Greg, yeah, you change the CPU, you change the data, you know, you change the memory, 100% not the same machine. Really easy to tell. I won't even have the damn Dean picture.
Okay, all right. So if I go in, what if I move the picture onto a USB flash drive, right?
Yeah, I mean, the thing you're really missing is that there's a much, much better definition that's way nearer than the fucking chip of Theseus.
What's that?
It's just called scavenging. You're just scavenging or, you know, fucking taking parts, you know?
Yeah, so it's Frankenstein's ship of Theseus.
What?
It's Frankenstein's ship of Theseus.
No, not at all.
Why not? Why the hell not? Why can't it be that?
Like, you're giving it way too much personality that it hasn't earned or deserved.
It's Frankenstein's ship of Theseus.
No. Too much. Too broad. Narrow in, Greg. You're just taking the case. You're just taking the power supply, which are like the least fucking used.
Yeah, but
the least identifiable.
It's the body. You said it's the body versus the brain. That's what Frankenstein does. Is he takes the body.
Yeah, you're like what we're offering to do. What I was offering to do, Greg, and I was like, oh, this person, they're donating their fucking clothes, their shoes. Do you want it? And you're like, what if that makes them wearing their hoodie? The because I'm wearing their J's. That's what you're concerned about. That is what the equivalent of what I'm giving you.
Yeah, that's okay. When you say a power hub and a power cord, I don't really know that that's just clothing.
A power supply really nothing to do with like it's just
Yeah. Computers don't need power.
no, it just supplies the power, right? That is all it does, and it can almost. It's just as easy to replace that. It's just you swap it in and out, and your computer couldn't even notice.
Couldn't even notice.
It's just wattage. Your computer couldn't tell the difference.
Who's the telling of the difference?
Like the computer wouldn't know that if you turned off the computer and replaced the power supply, it couldn't tell that you changed it.
What if I introduce an AI that lives in the computer?
Now, I mean, more updated models, they do actually have, more fancier stuff. It does have like a ways to tell, There's like more direct connections and shit.
La-ti-da. La-ti-da. I like being the Vikings because they get wheelbarrow.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean, man. I think you're giving these things, these components, way too much personality. That's my problem.
The Dean machine. These dogs are so... Okay, you know what really bothers me? You know how on the loading screen, right before the games, it shows those three dudes? One from Mesoamerica, one from Europe, and one from, like, Middle East or something.
What now?
The loading screen in Age of Empires right before a game starts, right? There's three kings on the screen.
Right.
My problem is that the king in the middle, the European king, changes.
What do you mean it changes?
His age changes. He becomes older or younger.
From what?
Just pay attention to it over the course of a few games, and you'll see it. There's at least two different versions.
Okay, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I know, it's bizarre. It's weird. Kind of freaks me out. And like he's looking at you different too.
Yeah. The years have taken its toll.
Yes, these dogs are cozy. Yes, they are cozy. It's very strange. His expression kind of changes too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Hey, how you doing? Not too bad. Hey, how's it going?
Frankenstein's ship of Theseus.
No, I don't think so at all, actually. Like, I think you're really, you're missing both of those.
Well, if I were to send you some of the stats of like the computers I see on Marketplace, would you be able to tell if it's good or not?
Not really. I'm not like the best for that.
Well, you could compare it to your stats.
Yeah, I guess. But I didn't. Yeah.
Like, surely that's got to count for something.
I will say my computer has had like a lot, its own slew of problems, you know.
What problems have you had?
What?
What problems?
All the goddamn fucking time.
What happens all the time?
What?
What happens?
It's just like the computer runs into a critical error, shows a big blue error message, and then shuts down and restarts. And I would do that like all the time.
Well, how old's your computer?
Maybe like 5 years old.
Girl.
But I've done some work on it, and I've updated files, I've updated my stuff, my drivers and all that, and I've taken it to like, you know, a computer repair shop, and it seems to have stopped doing that as often. Like I haven't noticed the last time it's like critically failed.
How much did that cost?
What?
How much did that cost?
I think somewhere around like $100 to send it to a repair shop. And now that I have my upgraded, you know, cooling fan, it never runs hot anymore, so that will also help it stop running into the problems.
Then why are you still so bad at age repairs?
No, because I'm just bad at machines, right? That's the thing.
That's the long and short of it, huh?
Yeah, that I'm not actually that good at Age of Empires. And I don't play a lot, so.
Well, why am I so good?
I wouldn't call you so good, but you're getting better. And that's because you play a lot. Certainly a whole heck of a lot more than me, or Billy for that matter.
Yeah, that's because all Billy does is Tatty Rush.
The Daddy Rush can be effective.
How do you make the Persian douche work? You just keep an economy running back at home?
What?
How do you make the Persian douche work?
How do you make the Tatty garage work?
No, the Persian douche.
You know, I'm not too sure. You do, I think you just have to like send a couple bills to, you know, stone and wood, and a couple of them to go like to hunt or whatever to get food, and then you just sort of hope that it kills them. Breaking up. Yeah.
Well, they do have 200,
Well,
so...
what you can do is you can like put your TC next to the stone pile.
And then just
And I'll
mine their
start cutting
stone.
them off.
And then you can mine it.
Sure, yeah. Well, no, like, the thing is that you would also be cut off from that stone. Because, you know, there's like a TC right there. Right, you're killing me here.
What?
I don't know. Man, I kind of feel a little slow. This vacation was super relaxing and good, but it made me a little rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I need to get back in the swing of things.
Says gang. We got gang. Hi. So you're gonna say hi
I
back?
can go.
Yes, these songs are cozy. Yes, they are cozy.
That's untrue.
There's a lot of clouds out here.
There's a lot of what?
Clouds.
Oh yeah. Plenty of clouds up here too.
Spirit of the Law was saying that there was some controversy when they put the Romans in.
Oh yeah. Well, this is like, because you know, kind of the whole idea of the fucking Age of Empires is that it's post-Roman collapse. You know what I mean? So it just felt out of place, as it kind of was. You know, and plus they already had the Romans with the Byzantines. Like that's those are the Romans, right? The Eastern Roman Empire and all that. And that like works in theme because it's like set around that time period, you know? They all mesh together. I think that was the main controversy with that, though. I think the idea, the reason why they fucking put it into the main game was the single player only experience, the DLC, wasn't selling, so they just sort of lumped it in.
Oh yeah. Can't you play as the Greeks?
Yeah, you can do it in that version. Not in like the single player or like, I think you can also play it like multiplayer on that too. Like it's a different thing. It's understood to be a different thing. You know, it's got different mechanics. Well, not that different, you know, it's still Age of Empires. But there's different stuff going on. You know what I mean?
You ever played Age of Empires 4?
No, I didn't. I never got it.
What about Age of Empires 3?
Oh yeah, I played a lot of that.
You still have it?
I got it. Well, yeah, I still have it.
Oh.
I really did like it, but you know, it is just not as good.
But it's got guns.
Yeah, the guns are cool, but it's just not as good as Doom. And it kind of falls into a trap that if you play on too easy of a difficulty, which I always did, like the enemy wouldn't pressure you very hard, so you had a lot of time to like build up. And by the end of the game, there's a lot of opportunities to get unlimited resources. Like you can get factories that produce, you know, a slow trickle of resources. You got farms and plantations, which give you a slow trickle of food and gold. And then on top of that, they need to repeat the plays. So at the end of the game, you'd have like tens of thousands, you know, if you wanted to, you'd have tens of thousands of resources banked. And so with the enemy, so you come over there with this huge army, you know, like massive, you know, mortars and guns and muskets and all these cannons, and you burn and pillage their town to nothing. They have nothing left. And you think, damn, I killed them. But nope, they had their explorer, you know, just tucked away. And you didn't notice. And that explorer can just rebuild the TC, and then they can reboom so quickly. Like you burn every building to the ground, kill every villager, but then you like look away for 10 minutes and they have another town. Stop and roaring. Up and going.
And didn't you were you also able to get cards from the your mother country, and they would send you troops or whatever?
Yeah, they can send you troops and shit and like resources. Also, there's a way to like get it so like you can have your soldiers instantly spawn. You know, they have like a 0 training on them, which I always thought was funny. If you just sneak one barracks into someone's base, you can just flood their base with muskets. And also, in Age of Empires 2, like it's pretty easy, it's kind of intuitive to sort of understand like the rock, paper, scissors nature of like, you know, well, spears beat cavalry, cavalry beat like archers, archers beat infantry, infantry beat spears, kind of deal. Like, and there's, you know, there's variations on that norm and all that, but like, you can sort of see what beats what. But like, in Age of Empires 3, like the skirmishers versus the muskets, both of them just have guns. So like as a kid, I had literally no idea that they were even supposed to be like countering each other. I still don't know which one counters which. Muskets or skirmishers. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like my strategy was always to send a big ball of everything. Guns and some cavalry and some weapons and cannons and all that. So yeah, it's too muddled of a game, you know, you don't really, it's really hard to tell at a glance, you know, what to pick into. Right? So, you know, you have halberdiers, and you're coming up against Huskar. You know the Halberdiers are going to chew through because they got big pointy sticks. You know, and You know, big pointy stick, kill horse.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
But like, you have one big, clump of guns versus another big clump of guns. One is going to destroy the other, and you're going to have no idea why. Hey, how you doing? Good. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, great. This is making noise.
Well, that's what you get. Yes, these dogs are cozy. Yes, they are cozy. Julie, do you understand that the formula is working?
No, I don't. I'm not feeling it at all, actually.
The formula is working.
This seems to not be working.
Our most viewed short has 53,000 views on it now.
Wow.
I could not have said that a week ago.
63.
It's just Willa jumping up all jet marks. Just gotta keep making videos of Willa jumping. That's what I do now. I make videos of Willa jumping.
Yep, I'm sure people will still flock to that.
That's it. That's all there is to it. It's just Willa jumping. Jumping. She is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Yes, she is cozy dog. Yes, she is a 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 cozy dog. She's jumping. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Yes, she is a cozy dog. Yes, Willa is a cozy dog. Yes, she's a cozy dog. Yes, she's a cozy dog. Yes, she's a cozy dog. Nope. Think so. Nope, they're good dogs. Think so. Nope, they're good dogs. Think so. They go woof woof. Think so. terrific noise like wind? Asked Rebecca.
What?
Rebecca's asking what the terrific noise is. Here, is this better? All right.
Yeah, it's a terrific noise there.
We have 65% voting for yes in our poll. And, yeah, 65% voting for yes. That's good. We like that. Beck, can you throw us a like? Double tap the screen to give us a like.
Throw us the bone.
Come on now. Think still. Yes, they are good. Yes, they.
You can't live off of no likes.
Yeah, I know.
Like a parasite.
I need likes so bad.
You don't even understand.
Yes, those dogs are cozy. Yes, they are so cozy.
Hey, how you doing? Not too bad. Yeah? Hey, you ever going?
Lazy Sunday in the mid-afternoon. Lazy Sunday. Lazy Sunday. Oh, here's like a bicycler. Someone's biking on the road.
Well, we can run them over.
There they are. Just passed them. Thanks, though. Lazy Sunday in the mid-afternoon. Lazy Sunday. Thanks, so. Thanks, though. Lazy Sunday in the mid-afternoon. Lazy Sunday. Oh, more chamoy pickles. Yay. What? Good soup, Mrs. Q. Rebecca ordered some pickles. Remember that thing Lydia made me do? The pickle challenge? Julie?
What did you say?
Do you remember that pickle challenge we had to do? Or me and Lydia had to do?
What was that about?
It's a TikTok challenge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're just supposed to eat a pickle. Hold on, Big Dog Mike's joining in. Hold on. Hold on. All right, Big Dog Mike, you're on conference call and on YouTube Live.
With who?
Julie and, YouTube. I think Rebecca's watching. She might be watching. Maybe she's not. I don't know, but definitely Julie.
What's up? All right, Julie, you're going to buy this house no matter what comes out tomorrow, right?
I'll kidnap
Oh, wait, say again? What's happening?
You're going to buy this house no matter what. Come hell or high water.
If it's high water, it's really bad, Michael.
It's on a hill, you're
Hell
fine.
Or high water.
It's on a hill.
Like if it's hell,
it's literally the castle
and or
on
high
the hill.
water, I think it has nothing to do. It's like, well, at that point, it's kind of over. But no, we just gotta see if the damage isn't too severe, yeah.
Hell or high water.
Great. There is a price that is just too high.
And what's the
But I gotta fill it out.
what is that price in objective terms?
What?
What is that price in objective terms?
Right?
Yeah, what price would be too high?
Hell,
Yeah, the price is somewhere around like $20,000 in structural
hell,
damage.
or high.
So
Water.
you're saying that $10,000 of damage and you're good. You're golden.
Probably. Yeah, I could probably swing that.
Hell,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
or high water.
I could probably just add that to the cost of moving in. I mean, cosmetic, yeah, I have no real qualms over. That is hell and high water.
Thanks, though.
That's just like the project, next 5-year project to fix that up.
Thanks, though. Yeah.
No,
Thanks, though. Thanks, though.
Thanks, though, thanks, though, thanks, though, thanks, though, thanks, though, thanks, though, thanks, though,
Thanks, though.
thanks, though, oh, thanks, though, thanks, though, thanks, though. Thanks, though, oh, thanks, though.
Thanks, though.
Julie, just do it for Dallas, okay? Come on, just do it.
What are you saying? What happened?
Hold on.
Thanks, though. Thanks, though. Thanks, though. Thanks, though.
We're talking hell?
Thanks, though. Why for
We're
Dallas?
talking hell?
Hold on, what are we talking about for Dallas?
Water.
What are we saying about Dallas? Dallasy Wallacey?
Yeah, we gotta buy the house for Dallas.
Rebecca
for
asked
Dallas.
why for Dallas. So Dallas can leave Tennessee.
What?
Yeah.
Then Etsy.
Etsy, what about Etsy?
Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Julie, Dallas said we gotta get you laid, and I was like, ooh, I don't know. That's like trying to start a fire with a wet blanket.
Yeah. Ain't that just the truth?
That's cozy. Thanks, though. Yeah, you can set a wet blanket on fire with gasoline.
It's actually, if you have like a toilet bowl full of gasoline, flicking a match into it won't light it on fire.
Oh, doing what with a match won't light it on fire?
Like if you flick a match into like a fucking bowl or whatever of gasoline into the liquid, it'll just douse it.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Hey, Lydia says hi. Meg, it's Greg, not Meg, though. Gang, gang. Swing low. Hey, Michael, what's your take on this Dean Machine Ship of Theseus thing?
What? Whether or not you should do it, or about it being a ship of Theseus?
Yeah, well,
We've already had that conversation.
Let's hear both.
My vote on what?
Both.
On whether you should do it? Oh, both. Oh, yeah, you should do it. You should keep the Dean Machine. You should restore it, like reforge the Flame of the West, Return of the King. We do for the after party, we have you play Darkest Dungeon in front of everybody on like a big projector screen. While we make fun of you. It'll be sick.
So, Darkest Dungeon, what about Age of Empires, what about Age of Empires?
I mean, that could be fun too, watching you Age of Empires, but...
What now?
Yeah, Age of Empires.
I
Well,
really
the tram
wanna-
emoji
I
says
really
hi.
want to see Greg do a playthrough of Darkest Dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You can do that now. Like, the laptop will definitely be enough.
I know. I want him to stream it though.
Sweet chariot.
Yeah, why don't you put that on YouTube, Greg? People already do that, and I would actually watch that.
You just Twitch streaming?
No, not just put videos of you playing Darkest Dungeon with commentary. That would take like it's not even that much effort, but it's like actually a modicum of effort.
Well, that's what the Dean Machine's for. To swing low, sweet chariot.
I said a common porter. I said a common porter. I said a common porter carry me home.
Swing low,
Oh, swing
sweet
low,
chariot.
sweet
Can you be friend Tram emoji?
chariot.
Hey, let's all be friends with Tram emoji. Also, Rebecca says
Okay.
that was gross with regard to, I think, whoever burped.
Who's burping?
That was me.
Damn.
It's always me who's burping.
Yeah, what's up with that? Are you like
Yeah, everybody
ill or
knows I
something?
can burp on command.
Yeah, but like a too much of a burp. An uncomfortable amount.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
Exactly.
Julie, when am I going to make you box mac and cheese and show you how wrong you are?
What?
Oh, God. chariot, come and Lord and carry me home.
Swing low. Hold on. Are you gonna puke? No, that was Big Dog Mike. That burp was like a 9, says Cat. Tram emoji says stop. I'm leaving if he keeps that up. Can you sing?
Those burps are like a 5 for me.
What's your favorite emoji? Well, the tram emoji is definitely up there.
They're just doing that thing where they're like spamming a new emoji to try to subvert the meaning of emojis.
What do you mean? Who's doing that thing with emojis?
That's the whole thing with the gondola emoji. It's like you use that instead of like the normal emojis for laughter. People think it's like cool and quirky and subversive, but it's really just dumb.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I saw a video about it on Etymology Nerd. That guy who talks really fast.
Yeah, he definitely does. Oh, here we got some
Language.
tram emojis in the chat. We got the tram emojis in the chat. Tram emojis in the chat. Tram emojis in the chat.
Yep.
But it's not surprising coming from someone who's complaining about someone burping on the internet. Like, pretty brain dead behavior, in my opinion.
Whoa, tram emoji says rude with regard to probably the burping. Well, we're all brain dead in God's eyes.
Yeah, some of us a little bit more than others. Listen, I'm funny brain dead. I'm not beating the brain dead allegations myself. I just don't, pretend that I'm not. Like these disgusting, burp-hating psychopaths who want to deny our humanity.
Did you say psychopants?
Psychopaths.
Do you mean sycophants or psychopaths?
Sycophant.
Okay, but
Is that
you
how
said
it's really pronounced?
well. It's just it'd be weird. Okay, a sycophant is someone who is like a kiss-ass groupie of something.
Yeah, they're kiss-ass groupies of like, the cultural, whatever the fuck.
I think you're really stretching it. You're really stretching it here. You're doing a ship of thesis definition.
I mean, that is kind of on brand for me. It's just the Theseus meaning a little bit. Just slowly chip away the integrity of words so they don't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, Greg likes to chip away at the integrity of words with like a sledgehammer.
Well, I mean, he was just doing that by calling what I was doing a ship of Theseus. Because, like, if it was an actual ship of Theseus, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Right.
That's the whole paradox. But Greg doesn't fucking understand that. I'm sorry.
What about you saying I chip away at things with a sledgehammer? Is that just being ironic?
Sure. No, it's just...
Or tongue-in-cheek?
That's just a funny... Yeah.
Think so.
Chip away at things with a sledgehammer.
That's what I do. I chip away with a sledgehammer. Maybe that just goes to show that I'm actually very deft with a sledgehammer. Not too many people can chip with a sledgehammer like I can.
Yep. That's right. That's good old Greg.
Rebecca cut up some of that contact paper. She sent me a picture of some contact paper that's cut up. I don't know. Someone's cutting up Rebecca's contact paper. I don't know what's going on with it. Someone cut it into a circle. It's probably Willa. Or maybe Simba. Simba's got those sharp claws. Probably Simba just cutting up the contact paper.
That's what Simba does. He's a bad cat.
Oh, we should take him back to Dragon Mouth.
No, we're already gonna have a.
Yeah, you can have your dog. And can stay in one room.
You're gonna have to dog sit that dog, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna feed it with a stick. Or bark, even once. For whatever reason.
The dog's gonna keep you up at night, Julie.
I swear to God, if I lose an ounce of sleep, you guys are on the street.
Yeah.
The next day. God, if it's like that Charlie dog, I swear to God, I will kill someone.
Swing low.
Do you and Dallas want my couch?
I think so.
Yeah, we would take your couch.
Hold on. Are you talking about the upstairs? So, Julie, are you
Do
going
you not like that couch?
Julie, are you going to be in the upstairs or in the downstairs?
I wouldn't mind getting a new couch. I certainly like it, but it's more just the.
I would be in the upstairs, right?
Okay, you want the upstairs?
I mean, I don't mind upstairs versus downstairs, but Michael wants the downstairs.
So, is it settled
So,
then,
there you
or
go.
is it settled or what? The big
Yeah,
dog
it's pretty
Braden
much
says
settled.
sup. Big dog Braden. So it is settled, like it's established, like who's going where.
Sure. That's
Sure.
good enough for me.
Well, Emberlyn cleaned the bedroom downstairs.
Oh, well, there you go.
She laid down on the floor in it, and she said, "This room can be mine."
Thanks. Go.
What?
It was literally like a Take Slow moment, and it was great. It's just like, okay, this room can be mine.
Think so. Think so. And she said, okay, she said, whenever the dogs are over, they can sleep in bed with me, is what she said.
That's what she said. Yeah, that's what she said.
She said, and, you know, if we have pizza, they get at least one bite. Think so. Think so. They're just such good dogs. They're so good. They're just so good. You have no idea.
Oh, I've got some idea, all right.
Can we make the call that Greg's a bad person yet?
Oh my God. They're good dogs. Get over it. Just need to,
You know what everybody says about you, Greg?
what do they say?
like,
You gotta
I
guess
do
how
not like Greg as a dog owner.
Says who? Who says that? Name 5 people. Not as good as Carlos and Roger? I don't know about that, Lydia. Name 5 people. Name them right now.
Sabrina, Charlie,
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
Julie.
Yeah, the Charlie Sycophant Club. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie's Acolytes. Okay, no surprise there.
He's always right.
Thanks, though.
God, isn't he like just always right though?
Yeah, he is.
Thanks, though.
Isn't that troubling for you, Julie?
Thanks.
Is what?
Isn't that
Isn't
troubling?
that troubling for you?
Given some of Charlie's other
What?
political positions.
Hey, how you doing? There you go. We can split up the load. Yeah, you can have this one. All right, the heaviest box, you say? This one. There you go.
I don't think I would ever
There you go.
describe Charlie's position as merely political.
All right. Here you go.
Yeah, well, did Charlie also spend $400 on cheese, though?
Yeah, $400 well spent. It was great cheese.
I mean, yeah, it was solid cheese. It was solid cheese, but...
Did it make up for the fact that, remember when Charlie said he could throw $400 at the cost of the Airbnb?
Was he supposed to?
What, do you remember him saying that?
I don't exactly remember him saying that.
He did. 100%.
Okay.
And, you know, we all just choose to look the other way.
You know, if he spent $400 on an Airbnb, and he had $0 to spend on cheese.
Yeah.
So it's to our benefit. Michael.
I mean, or he could just spend more money. You know?
What? Oh, well, yeah. That's true.
I mean,
We all just look the other way.
I mean, we do. That's literally what happens. Which, you know, whatever. You know, I'm not like gonna make us think about it. I'm just gonna take it as an opportunity to speak behind his back a little bit.
On YouTube Live.
On YouTube Live.
Where he has every opportunity to watch, if he should want to.
Yeah, I think I feel pretty safe that this is behind his back. You know?
Hey, we got 5 viewers
I
right
think
now.
I think Chaz did, you know, contribute like pretty much an equal third, right? So like, you know, from there.
I'm just saying that he made a commitment, and then we just ignored that commitment was made, which is fine. It's like he's still contributing an appropriate amount.
Right.
But, you know, it's one of those things.
It's one of those sayings.
Well, you know how these, like, you know how these things go. They're very logical there.
Yeah, and I can't critique because I'm, you know, of the people who actually contributed, I contributed the least. Also, we can point out you know, their side of the clan constitutes the most amount of people.
What'd you say? One more time?
You know, between Joe, MJ, and arguably Connor. You know.
All right, like that is the most expense because there's more of them.
Yeah. I think we're justified in a little bit of light whinging about it.
See,
right, well, I always thought it as like it's primarily.
Well, what I will say is I would prefer if he just hadn't made that commitment.
He hadn't what?
If he hadn't made that commitment, I would feel better about it, you know?
Right, I know.
It just makes it weird, you know, when like that commitment had been made, and he didn't need to make that commitment.
Right, it was already covered.
And then it was just forgotten over time. Except I didn't create it.
Right. Yeah. Well,
and it's the commitment was more to you, right? Because you're shouldering the most burden because like you're responsible for this, right?
Right. And you have like done your burden of like finding this Airbnb or whatever, which I think accounts for something.
Mm-hmm.
So that value sort of, I guess, would naturally diminish over time.
Mm-hmm.
If we just end up going to the same place and all that.
Yeah, and nobody's complaining about the shared value. It's just like the communication is being made weird. Like it being said, but then not followed up, or just saying, hey, do you mind just like covering it? In which, of course, you would say yes. It's just like,
Oh yeah, instantly.
yeah, of course, because like you're a doormat, So
Well, I think that was I think I got a fairly good return on like my third. I think I would have been happy.
Well, yeah, because you don't have to do any of the planning or anything like that.
Right, and I don't have to provide the quality stuff that they were my specialty.
Yeah, and you rely on me to provide everything else.
Yeah. So I'm very happy, except that
Except what?
having the higher expense monetarily, but
yeah,
we
we can't even ask Greg to chip in because his financial state is in such disrepair. It's even worse than mine.
Whatever.
Somehow there's no child support or like
Dog support.
dog support.
We got them dogs.
It's so heavy.
Yeah, how come you don't have to pay dog support for Moose? But
that's not really recognized by the courts. They can, like, dogs can just fuck off and die for all they care.
God.
I mean, she could have tried to insist on it as a stipulation.
Right. Seems kind of petty and stupid, though.
Like, as part of our mediation, she could have done that.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, you're getting nothing out of this dog. Mm-hmm. Not your dog.
Mm-hmm. I did name him, though.
Didn't name him.
She wanted to name him Monkey. How fucking stupid.
Yeah, Moose.
I don't think we're allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, Moose, Monkey, what's the difference? They both start with M.
One's a good name, one's a bad name.
Yeah. That's the main difference, I'd say.
Monkey is a name that you give to a monkey.
Yeah.
You just call him Monkey.
That would be a really good monkey name, actually.
Like, for real.
The more I think about it, George is a terrible name.
Who's named George?
The ape?
George? Yeah.
Curious George?
Yeah, Curious George.
Yeah, although I think they should have renamed that to Is Easily Manipulated and Stupid George.
The what, George?
Easily Manipulated and Stupid George.
Well, we're all easily manipulated and stupid in God's eyes. Okay, so here's a hot take. Carlos and Roger are good dogs, I guess, but like trying to say they're better. They're not. Like, Jet and Willa aren't as good as Carlos and Roger, the two Vasky dogs. Which that's just a mistake, because Jet and Willa are the best dogs in all the land.
And Willa are just a kids.
Mm-hmm. You know what they say? Here's the real ship of Theseus I just thought of. You know the expression, you are what you eat? How about that? Because when you eat something, it becomes part of you in a ship of Theseus style way. If you think about it. If you want to go down that rabbit hole with me.
Uh-huh.
Have you considered that? Swing low. Carlos and Roger are better. No, Lydia, you're not understanding. Jet and Willa are the best dogs in all the land. Thanks. No. Think so. They are some good dogs. Yes, they are some good dogs. They are some good dogs. They are good dogs. Yes, they are good dogs. Think so. They are good dogs. Yes, they are some 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 good dogs. Yes, they are some. Hey, Bud says, OMG, it's the bull. And Victoria Vasky says hi. Gang, gang. Victoria, we're just talking about how Jet and Willa are the best dogs in all the land. Thanks. No. Thanks, though. Thanks, though. See, this is why I think traffic should be illegal. There's too many cars on the road. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Too many, not enough cooks. Too many cooks, not enough cooks. Let's see how much time I have. I should start filling out paperwork because I'm going to be late. And they said they have an appointment at 3. So if I just go like bing, bop, boom, bop, bing, bop, bam, like ahead of time, then I'm like, yeah, we can get this done. Look at me split. I got all the paperwork done. Let's go. Let's go. 20 grand. We do this right now. No questions. No questions. 20 grand. Think so?
Yep. Bing bop boom bop bam.
Yeah. It's just there's just you gotta work up and do it though, you know what I mean? Unfortunately.
Bing bong, boom bong, boom bong, boom bong. The dog here.
Bing bop boom bop bing bop bam. Think so. Nope, Jet and Willa are the best dogs in all of the land. Think so. They go woof woof. Too many horses and mysterious horses. You're not gonna win, but still you're the luckiest man. Oh my God, this Suburban needs to get out of my gosh dang way. Okay. I got a pen. I don't like traffic. I do not like cars. No, I don't. All right, 6.4 miles. We're gonna take a Reginald on a West Battlefield. I don't like it when my internet doesn't load right away. I just want things. Victoria says Sigma. It's acutely Victoria. If not, she'll say something else. Thanks, dope. Okay. All right, we're gonna navigate the roads. See, why should I have to obey traffic laws and not run into other cars. Like, that's too much for one person to have to handle, you know? That's too much on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And why are all these bozos just standing? Oh, it's a bus stop. All right, well, that's fine. That's fine, I suppose.
Oh, those bozos, all right.
All right, too many horses. 408 1894. 408 1894. Oh. I can just put my name here. All right, what's the date? ¿Cuál es la fecha? La fecha, por favor. All right, I do already have their phone numbers. I could fill that in. Bing, bop, boom, bop, bing, bop, bam. Too many horses and mysterious forces. You're not gonna win, but still you're the luckiest man. You're the luckiest man. Am I getting that right, big dog?
Mm-hmm.
Springfield.
Oh.
We put the spring in Springfield. Okay.
Wow, I am just too poor.
How's that? We put the
Make enough money.
make more money.